Greetings, fellow children of time and space. This is your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to another installment of Answers from the TARDIS. First off, let me go ahead and wish everyone a happy new year. We are finally out of 2017. We are bringing in the brand new year of 2018. And for all of us, I hope this year will be full of nothing but good things for us all. And for us content creators, I hope all of our channels do well, because I've been hearing a lot of things lately that some channels have been hit pretty hard with the entire demonetization thing. So I hope all this ends up being taken care of sooner or later and things will get back on track. Now, before we get into this video, I would like to talk about a couple of things. And thank God I got my notebook here, because I would actually forget everything that I would like to talk about this one. First off, let's talk about some events that happened in 2017. Going back to the Game Awards that happened last year, and I would first off like to say congratulations to the team at Nintendo that worked on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that got Game of the Year. They actually came with Game of the Year for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which for my opinion, I was actually expecting Super Mario Odyssey to get that award, but when it gets right down to it, I guess The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild definitely did reinvent the Legend of Zelda series in a way, and it definitely put games into a new perspective when you really think about it, because I think from this point forward, Nintendo's going to be doing a lot of games that, what's a good word for it? Looks back at Breath of the Wild and continue making games in that kind of perspective. I'm guessing that's going to end up happening, so that is what's going to possibly happen. Secondly, I would also like to go ahead and comment about my own Game of the Year, because I've seen a lot of people give their own opinions on what their Game of the Year was. Some people say it was Super Mario Odyssey, some say it was Breath of the Wild, some say Sonic Mania. I myself, and it is not a popular opinion, I know, but I will have to give that title to Sonic Forces. That game was phenomenal, and to this day I am still playing it. I have so much fun with this game, and now that I have friends that are actually playing it, I can, we have a bit of a challenge thing where we see just how fast we can complete each level. So far, I'm still in the lead a little bit compared to my buddy Zachary Chronicle, but who knows, he might actually surpass me one day. Anyway, that's just a bit I wanted to get off topic there. So, for this video, we are going to be talking about the channel and what are my plans for this year, for 2018, and possibly for the future years to come. Now, to start things off, I would like to talk about games that are going to be making its way to the channel. And for the month of January, there really isn't that much that's coming out that actually caught my attention outside of Final Fantasy Dissidia NT. Unfortunately, because of money restraints, I'm not going to be able to pick that game up right away, which is a bit of a burden for me, but I have to make do with what I got in the long run. So, the first Let's Play that'll be making its way to my channel will definitely be coming in February, and that game most likely is going to be Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. I have been wanting to play this game ever since it was announced last year. It is the very first Sword Art Online game that is based on the Gun Gale Online arc, and that is definitely my favorite part of the anime and the manga. It is the darkest part of that series that I have seen thus far. Sure, it wasn't as impactful as the original series because there was only a certain amount of people that were actually dying. There wasn't really that much of a threat unless they were directly in Death Gun's path, but you get the idea. It was dark, it was gritty, and I loved it. And honestly, I am very, very happy that Bandai has finally gone down this path with Gun Gale Online, because this was definitely something that I have been talking with my friends for about as long as I've been a Sword Art Online fan, and said they need to make a Gun Gale Online game, and I'm just very happy that's coming our way. Secondly, Another game that's definitely going to be less played on my channel once it does release, if it releases in 2018, because it could be delayed, hopefully it doesn't, is Kingdom Hearts 3. And I know that so many people are going to be like, aren't you worried about copyright strikes? Aren't you worried about this? Aren't you worried about that? And of course I am. I'm a content creator. Of course I'm going to be worried. But this is a game that I must play on my channel, because I believe that this is a game that'll help the channel grow phenomenally. This game is going to be noticed by so many people. This game has been in the workings for about, what, 11, 12 years, I want to say, and there are so many Kingdom Hearts fans that are definitely going to try and get their hands on this as soon as possible, and those who create content on Kingdom Hearts are definitely going to try and play it on day one. So if I want to help the channel grow in any way possible, I got to play games that are obviously going to get noticed, and Kingdom Hearts is definitely one of those games. Anyway, other than that, there are other games that I would like to bring to the channel, which I am most likely going to say this because from the way things are looking for this year is what I'm going to be calling the year of anime games, because so far, out of all the games that have been announced, and there's another word I'm looking for, but all the games that have been showcased and announced for this year have been mostly nothing but anime games. And I got a list here. I got a full list of all the games that I'm going to be picking up. And just to name off a few, there's Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, which comes out in February. There's the new 7 Deadly Sins game, which also comes out in February. Kingdom Hearts 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Not an anime game, but it's definitely a game I'm going to be picking up. Not too sure if I'm going to be doing a Let's Play on Red Dead Redemption 2, because this is a game I can see myself playing with friends on my own free time, but who knows, it could happen. There's also the new My Hero Academia video game, as well as Black Clover. Don't know when these two games are going to be coming out, but these are two anime-styled games that I'm definitely going to be picking up. You know, I've actually noticed the recurring theme that all of these anime-styled games are all owned by Bandai, so that's actually very interesting. But when it gets right down to it, this list that I got here is mostly full of nothing but anime-styled games, and I'm definitely going to be trying my hardest to make content on these games. So when they come out, you can be sure that I will be doing content on it. And then, of course, there's some odd games here that I've mentioned on my list that I don't see myself doing a Let's Play on, but who knows, it might happen. Days Gone is definitely something that caught my attention. It's a zombie-style game, for those that don't know, and it's definitely something I would like to, you know, take a bit of an advantage with. I might actually enjoy it, I might not, but I do think I will be picking it up. And then there's, let's see here. God, I can't read my own handwriting. Well, I'm not saying that there's going to be another Sonic the Hedgehog game this year, because I believe after Sonic Forces, we probably won't see another modern Sonic title for at least 2 years at least. But with the entire ordeal that's going on right now, it makes you kind of wonder what's going on, especially on Nintendo's side, because if memory recalls, we ended up getting a bit of information about Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, and how Nintendo has removed that game from the Wii U Nintendo eShop, and a lot of people are wondering why this has come to pass. I honestly believe this is a sign saying that we are about to get a new Mario and Sonic Olympic video game. And my only theory behind this is the fact that each Olympic game that we have gotten from Nintendo and SEGA with these two mascots is the fact that they always come out in a 2-year interval, and they always have that occurring theme. First off, you get a spring, summer themed Olympic video game, then we get the winter Olympic game, and it's always been separated by 2 years. So the last one came out in 2016, it's 2018, so most likely we'll get a new one, and that's most likely going to be coming for Nintendo Switch. I really wish I had the capabilities of recording with it, because I just got my hands on a Nintendo Switch this Christmas, thank God, and unfortunately that's something that I won't be able to make content on, at least not yet, because there are rumors, floating around that we will get a recording feature on the Nintendo Switch sooner or later. I hope that's the case, but if it's not, then nothing can be done about that, I suppose. Anyway, moving on. Other games that I would like to bring to the channel, let's see here. Code Vein. This is actually another Bandai Namco video game that actually caught my attention. It's a vampire-themed anime action RPG type of game, and this game actually appealed for me since day one. And I'm not really too big on the entire vampire-styled video games, but for some reason this game appealed to me, and to this day I'm still trying to figure out why it appeals to me, but I have said, without a shadow of a doubt, I am definitely going to be picking this game up without a single hitch. Now, there are some games that I have heard rumors about that are coming out for the Nintendo Switch that I desperately hope does make its way to the Nintendo Switch this year. First off is a new Ace Attorney video game. I have heard rumors that Capcom is interested in the Nintendo Switch, and they will be bringing the Ace Attorney series to it. Now, I'm not too sure if this is the truth or not, but if it is, that means we'll be getting a whole new generation of Ace Attorney video games. And honestly, after playing Super Mario Odyssey on my new Nintendo Switch, it feels like it is a system the Ace Attorney series could definitely feel at home at. It definitely feels like it. I don't know why, but it definitely feels like that is the case for it. And, of course, there is the rumor floating around that Devil May Cry 5 is going to be announced at E3, which I'm not really that big of a Devil May Cry fan, but my buddies Zachary Chronicle, as well as my buddy Jason, they are definitely big fans of this, and they have been trying to get me into this series for years. And they believe that if I'm going to pick up Devil May Cry, I should definitely start with, I want to say there's an HD collection of the first 4 games on the PS4. If that is the case, I'll definitely be picking that up sooner or later. I'll have to get in contact with them. Let's see here. Other games that have caught my attention. Digimon Story Hacker's Memory. This is a sequel to Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which I have played on the channel before a good while ago. I think it was 2 years ago I played this game, and to this day, it is definitely one of my most beloved Let's Plays on my channel, and I do believe I will be picking this game up. Unfortunately, this is a game that's coming out this month, actually, if memory serves me, and I won't be able to get it right away. It'll probably be sometime after March when I can actually pick this game up. Not too sure. Can't actually keep that promise. We would have to see, honestly, because my money's definitely going to be tight this year. It is going to be ridiculously tight. Other games that definitely caught my attention is this new game that kind of gives me the feel of Final Fantasy when I looked at the trailer for it, and that is Lost Soul Aside. This is a game that's been worked on a development team, and from what I've heard, originally it was only being worked by one individual, and this is his own pet project, and he's put a lot of hard work into it. And from what the trailer showed me, this game looks absolutely amazing, and I hope all goes well for this development team, because honestly, I want this game to succeed. It definitely looks like it's a really good game, and from how it looks, I believe that this development team could definitely go far with it, honestly. Other games that definitely caught my attention: One Piece World Seeker, very first open world One Piece video game. This is something I've been asking for a long time after I started playing most of the One Piece games. My favorites being the One Piece Pirate Warriors video games, but I've been wanting an open world themed One Piece game for quite some time. The only issue with it is that, from what I've heard, we will only be able to play as Luffy in this game, which kinda is a bit backtracking, honestly, because I can assure you there are others out there that would probably like to play as other characters like Zoro or Nami or Sanji or any of the Straw Hats for that matter. And then, of course, there are some out there that are like, why can't we have our own custom character feature in an open world One Piece game? which would probably get into a bit of an issue, but I can agree that would be pretty fun. But that's just a couple of games that are on my list. There is a lot of games on my list. Now, what does this mean for my channel? Now, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to continue being as diverse as I am with video games on my channel, but I can say that anime games are definitely what appears to be the biggest feature on my channel. Because so far, when it comes down to all the games I've played, there are some that are not anime styled, like Batman Arkham Knight, and of course a couple of odd videos here like Friday the 13th or Until Dawn, or things like that. But I have seen that majority of the games I do play on my channel is anime themed. So I figure from this point forward, I'm definitely going to be focusing on a lot of anime styled games and things as such. However, what this does mean is that I'm also going to try and open my channel up to other styled games. And that also means I might be bringing in more horror-styled video games. However, it's not going to be a big, prominent feature on my channel. They will come every so often. Now, there is one video game I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I am definitely going to be bringing to the channel, and that is the new Marvel Spider-Man game that is being made by Insomniac Games. And I have been waiting for this game ever since it was announced in 2016, I want to say. I'm not too sure if it was 2016, but this is a game that has been keeping my attention and my hype through the roof for so long. I am so ready for this game to come out. Now, I'm not too sure if it is going to be coming out this year. The development team has been saying time and time again that this game is going to be coming out this year. However, we still haven't gotten an official release date. All we've got is the release window for it, and I just hope it comes out this year, because from what we've seen of it, it looks amazing. And for once, it is a actual original story for Peter Parker. It's not nothing based on any any of the comic books or any of the movies. It is completely original, and that's something I enjoy. I always enjoy unique stories for video games based on characters such as these. So I guess that's why I enjoyed Batman Arkham Knight so much, because those were original stories. In a way, I guess. Anyway, moving on from that, I would also like to say that I would like to open up my channel a bit more to, playing games with my friends as well. So, for games like Grand Theft Auto 5, if there's going to be any more content coming out in 2018, I would like to also start recording content on that as well. And like I said, I'm going to be focusing on Red Dead Redemption 2 once it comes out. So, by that time, Grand Theft Auto 5 is definitely going to be gone. But if there is a multiplayer feature in Red Dead Redemption 2, which, honestly, with how things are going in Grand Theft Auto 5 and with that recent treasure hunt that we got in there for the double-action revolver, it does kind of give you the thought that we are definitely going to be getting a multiplayer option in Red Dead Redemption 2. So, once that comes out, I am most certain that I will do some content on it. I'm not going to say that I will be posting it, but if you guys want content on Red Dead Redemption 2, if there is an online feature, please let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'll surely get down to it. Now, let's see, a couple of more things I want to talk about is, I didn't write it down in my notes. What else did I want to talk about? Why didn't I write it down? That frustrates me. Always write down what you want to talk about. That's what I always say. But I never wrote it down. Now, okay, here's something I would like to talk about. With the success of Sonic Mania, I have seen time and time again that people are hoping that we will get a Sonic Mania 2. And honestly, I do believe we might just get one from how that succeeded. However, there are also the ones out there that are like, oh, Sonic Mania is gonna kill modern Sonic. We don't need him anymore. Just go back to classic Sonic. He's the better of the two. And when I see that, I'm like, are you serious? Sure, Sonic Mania did well, but it's not going to kill off Modern Sonic. Modern Sonic's not going anywhere anytime soon. If Sonic Mania was going to be the thing that killed it, it'd be like, honestly, if they would just take whatever Sonic Mania did and try to put that in the modern Sonic world. Kind of like how they were doing in Sonic Forces and Sonic Generations. And I know all of us are getting annoyed at that, and I could easily say I never would like to see Classic Sonic return to the modern era ever again, honestly. But let's be real, we could easily say that Classic Sonic definitely got like one more run in the modern Sonic world. Maybe. But when it gets right down to it, I don't approve of how people think that modern Sonic is just going to die off just because of how well Sonic Mania did. It doesn't add up, you know? It really doesn't. Now, a couple of games that I would like to see if Modern Sonic does, if Sega does make a new Modern Sonic game this year, I would like to see a game that take all of the features from Sonic Forces, at least the good ones, and try to build them up in a new game. So, first off, the boost formula in Sonic Forces, I believe, was just a bit too much, honestly. I didn't like how every time we destroyed an enemy, the boost energy would just return to us. Honestly, if they are going to fix the boost formula, they need to put it back the way it was in games like Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, where we could do tricks in order to actually regain our boost energy. That, I believe, was like the best option for boost energy in the Sonic games. Not with no wisp, not using all the rings like they did in Sonic Unleashed, not with Sonic Forces. No, they just need to give us the ability to do tricks. I believe that would be the best option for us. And also, if they do use the boost formula again, they need to bring the drift feature back, because that was something that was sorely lacking in Sonic Forces. And from all of us who's played it, we could easily say without a shadow of a doubt that what was the Metropolis level for Modern Sonic called? I done forgot it, but that level could have easily used the drift feature in it. And I believe that all of us could say that if they don't bring the drift feature back and they do something like this, it's gonna be a bit bizarre, honestly. Honestly, Sega, if you're listening to this, bring the drift feature back. Also, the avatar system. This is something that I could see Sega using a lot more often. Not as much as to where it's like, it just gets to the point where it's annoying, but every so often, they should have a game that brings this feature back. And for me, as of right now, the best game I could see bringing this feature back is possibly in Sonic Riders. I would definitely love to see a original story based for the Avatar in the Sonic Riders universe, where not only would we be able to customize our own character, we'd be able to customize our own air gear. We would be actually able to build our own air gear from the bottom up, and just make it better with different type of stats and abilities and whatnot. That's something I would like to see. Then again, I would actually just like to see a new Sonic Riders game in general, because let's be honest, with Sonic Free Riders, Sonic Riders did very bad on that game. I would like to see a new one to kind of redeem it. That's the word I'm looking for. That I would like a new Sonic Riders game to redeem it from the failure that is Sonic Free Riders. If they had never made it where you had to use the Xbox Kinect on that and just stuck with just the controller on that system, I do believe Sonic Free Riders may have done pretty well. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Now, there is one other Sonic game I would like to see, and I'm sure there are others who agree with me, and that is a new Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing video game. This is something that I believe was very, very, very well done, and in a way, I guess Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing was like the Mario Kart edition for Sonic, and this is definitely something I would like to see return to. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform was a really well-made racing game, albeit a bit ridiculous when you really think of Sonic and his friends racing around in carts. Sonic has super speed, Sega. Why does he need a cart? Just let him run. But then again, I guess it would be a bit unfair if he did run, because then he would just be too overpowered. Sorry, I'm getting a bit off track here. But yeah, if Sega does release a new Sonic game this year, I would prefer it to be either a new Sonic Riders game, a new All-Stars Racing game, or a side story type of Sonic game, which isn't like a true core modern Sonic game like Sonic Forces or Sonic Generations was. I would prefer something to give them the chance and the time to like flesh out what they want to do with this new team that they got at Sonic Team, so that the next time they make a new modern Sonic game, it will be 100% perfect. However, I doubt there's going to be a new Sonic game this year. I really do. There might be some other IPs coming out from Sega for this year, because if I'm correct, didn't they say something about they wanted to bring out older IPs from this point forward, not just Sonic? Then again, I could be wrong. And isn't there still something going on with this entire Shenmue 3 thing? Which, honestly, at this point in time, I really don't believe that is ever going to come out. I really don't. Then again, I could be wrong. Anyway, other news bits. Like I already said, the first Let's Play for this year won't start until February. Most likely February 23rd or 24th, considering that Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet doesn't come out until the 23rd, and who knows what will happen on that day. So 23rd, 24th at best. And also, for those that own Nintendo Switch, I will be putting my Switch code down in the description below. So if you want to add me on your Switches, go ahead. Feel free. I do not mind. Go ahead. I insist on it, honestly, because from this point forward, not only will I be buying games for Nintendo Switch, I'll rewind, repeat, and say that again. Not only will I be buying games for the PS4, I'll be buying games for Nintendo Switch, and that also means I'll also be getting games that may support multiplayer, and hopefully we'll get some more information on some games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch this month, because if memory serves me, there is apparently rumors that a new Nintendo Direct is coming out this month that's going to be talking about new games for Nintendo Switch. Hopefully, Nintendo, you have something to say about the new Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch? Yes, maybe? Because there are rumors saying that you want this game to come out this year? Which, honestly, I still believe that's a bit rushed. I would give Game Freak and the Pokemon Company a little bit more time before they could release a game for Nintendo Switch. Maybe 2019 at best. Early 2019, maybe? But saying it's coming out this year, I think that's a bit too much. However, I'm not a game developer. Nintendo's the ones that want this game to come out soon. So if they want it to come out this year, that's entirely them. Anyway, that is all the time I have for today. I hope you all enjoy the very first day of the new year, and I hope you all got everything you wanted during the Christmas holidays. And yeah, just try to be safe for this couple of few weeks, because around this time of year, it gets pretty hectic, you know? So that is all the time I have. So thank you all for watching, and as always, this is your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!